Inconsistent.
I gotta ask you a question.
I hope.
The question is,
Yes, I am in love with you.
do you think 100 men can defeat one gorilla? One gorilla.
So when you posted that, instinctively I'm like, this is some Reddit shit. It has to be, because that's where we live.
I have no idea where it came from, the idea, but it's all over the internet now.
It actually came out in 2020 and missed COVID, and it came out of the a subreddit called Who Would Win.
Yeah, I know the subreddit very well. It's one of my favorites.
So in the Who Would Win, those shit came back, and the topic sort of revived lately.
Yeah.
As far as who would win, and some experts say in the subreddit, postings, opinions.
Can I get a mouse?
You want a mouse?
Yeah.
I could give you a whole lot more than a mouse, papas. The subreddit, somebody had said that it really would only take about 25 men to take down a gorilla.
I believe he's right. I think about 25 men.
So then I thought about it like this, because I'm a weak ass person, right? Okay. Oh, that's what it is. My shit is backwards. Hey everybody. So the my thing is this, right? So if you have 10 guys on each limb,
That's it.
at least that's 100 pounds per guy, right? Because you figure the guy has to be at least 100 pounds and over, right? So if he's putting all his weight, even if he's not strong or he lifts, that's at least 100 pounds.
So this is my thing. It says 100 men. They must be like average. So is it like a range between 20 and 50?
I'm going by the bare minimum. Like when you say an
But
average.
how old are these guys? Because if you're saying 170-year-old men, the gorilla might win.
All right, let's say 40-year-olds.
All of them are 40.
And they're all 5'4".
So okay,
Okay?
5. That's
We're going with the bare, like
Mike.
like
Mike is gonna 100 mics.
100 mics. You got
I think 100 mics could take out a gorilla.
absolutely, but let's just say it's 40.
40 men.
40 men.
All right.
I'm thinking that's 4,000 pounds per limb.
Yeah.
Cause right? No, 10.
And they're strong.
That's 1,000 pounds per limb.
I mean, gorillas are freaking strong.
Think
Don't get
about
me
it.
wrong.
10 dudes grabbing one of the gorilla arms and with their whole body and just holding on for dear life. That gorilla's not moving. 1,000 pounds on each limb?
No way. And then people are like, oh, he could bench press 15. I'm like, gorillas don't bench press.
Who the hell said that?
That's what I've been seeing online. Oh, they say gorillas can bench press 1,500 pounds. Like, they don't even do that exercise. What are you talking about? We estimate what they could do.
We're guesstimating.
Yeah, we're just estimating what they could do. Damn, everything's gorilla men. I want to just look at gorilla. Just a gorilla fighting another gorilla. Who would want to fight gorilla? See, like everything's 100 men now. Oh man,
Everything. Everyone is like, you know what this is? This is the men, like when they constantly think about like Caesar and the
that's what
great
this
empire.
is. That's what this is.
That's what this is. This is the new, like,
Women don't have this.
women do not.
They don't have this.
To women, this is a waste of life.
And to men, there's like, no, we're gonna have a debate on this. We're gonna get this. It's taken off the internet. Everybody's making a video about it.
No, I really do think about 40 men, average men, whatever. Well, Google what's an average man. What does Google have to say about an average man? Oh, let's see that. Gorilla's going in.
All right, first of all, they're
Hugging?
no, they're fighting. But even in this fight, that's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, bro.
Look how big they are. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, the cameraman, it sucks, bro.
The
Stay
cameraman.
still. Jeez.
Look at the guy inside. He's like, yeah, this is what I paid for. Right
Look at,
here.
wait, hold on. Look at this guy and look at the gorilla. That's a perfect size comparison right there.
That's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good.
That's a good size
That's
comparison.
really
So
good,
now we
actually.
can see the size difference of a man and a gorilla. The gorilla's big. Okay? If we took a man the size of the gorilla,
Okay.
the same dimension, same everything, you think 100 men could take out that man? Yeah.
If we took a man the size of the gorilla?
Yeah, like we just take this gorilla, kept the size proportions, kept the strength, kept everything, but turned him into a regular man.
Oh, yeah.
Right? 100 men could take this out. Like you said, 25 could probably take him out.
Yeah, I mean...
Also, too, like people forget, like, we're pack animals, humans. We hunt in packs.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
First of all...
You get 100 guys together, it's over for that gorilla.
We forget that we're the most destructive carbon-based life.
Yeah.
That's
even if this gorilla was bloodlusted, like he's relentless, biting and ripping and hitting 100, he'll take out 20 before he's run out of energy. You know what I'm saying?
You know why I think this is such a big debate for men? It's because in the back of my mind, we're thinking about King Kong.
Why? That's funny because I hear both sides. Because there's some of them like there's no way a gorilla could take out a man, but I feel like they're not thinking it completely through. Like to me, where humans are, we run for longevity, right? We have stamina. Gorillas don't got the stamina we got. There's no gorilla gonna run for as long as a man can run. No way.
You think not?
Hell no.
I mean, they could climb. Like
They could
we
climb.
can't.
Yeah, but that's what they have up on us. So
Up on us.
okay, wait. We might have to talk about this for real. All right.
Wait, because we weren't talking about.
We were not talking about this for real.
We were just impressing you guys.
All right. So let's start with let's imagine they're fighting in a soccer field. That's the size.
Flat.
Now, do we want to add trees to give the gorillas an advantage? But that might give us an advantage.
I mean, nah.
You don't think so? You don't think
if it's
100 men, 20 of them distract the other one's climbing on top, ready to freaking jump on his back? And
okay,
that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if... Yeah, I guess they do climb trees, gorillas.
They climb like mother.
Let's find out. I don't think gorillas climb trees anymore. I think they're ground based. Let's ask Google. Gorillas climbing trees. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see how fast they can go.
This has to be the dumbest question Google received. He didn't even ask it in a question.
Ay, bendito. Ay, Dios. Ay.
Wait, we didn't see all
Ay, ay, ay. That gorilla is not...
That gorilla's not doing it.
That gorilla's not doing it. Let's see, hold on. There's another one. There's another height in the freaking video here.
Oh.
Look at this guy. He's like, yeah, I can fuck him up. He's telling me, yeah, I got that shit. I'll fight him by myself. I want to see a gorilla really go through a tree. All right. Okay, soccer field size.
So
do we give the gorilla, do we
add terrain?
make it like a forest or do we make it flat?
Let's play out both scenarios. If it's flat.
Let's start flat. Yeah. Flat's
if it's
good.
flat, we have first of all,
babies don't count.
Babies don't count?
No.
We'll fuck a baby up.
I'll murder this gorilla easy. No, I don't know. Babies are kind of strong too. All right, let's play it out. Flat, you get one gorilla on one side versus 100 men on the other. Now we need to talk about the men. They're average, so let's give them an age range.
37 years old.
No, we got to give them a range.
30 to 40.
That's it? That's not average. What's the average man?
I told you to Google this shit. Let's ask Google.
What's the average age for a man on Earth? That doesn't help me. That's not what I asked at all.
What's the average age?
38.
So I was close.
Yeah, but we can't... Remember, it's just random men. So we can't just be like, they're all 38.
Right, so
it has to be random. It has to be...
35 to 45.
Even that feels like it's so small. You got to give them 50. 50 to 20.
Old?
Like, that's a good range of a man.
From 20 years old to 50?
I want to say 70.
Wow.
Because I want to give it a good average of men. Like, if I could snap my fingers and just transport a random men there, that's what I want it to look like. Not be like, oh, they got to be 35. It got to be average. Some of them are going to be brave. Some of them are going to be pussies. You know what I mean? Yes. As soon as the girl is like, oh, niggas are like, oh shit, they're going to run to the wall.
Yeah. They're gonna
you're going to have
another man.
Exactly. And then there's going to be a few of them that are going to like creep up to the gorilla. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we got your average, I don't know, 40 to 50, let's just say, or 35 to 50, whatever. 50 is still good. 50 could still fight. You know what I'm saying? They might not be able to take a hit, but they can still fight. Right?
If it's flat terrain, we're going in. Like,
but the gorilla's gonna rush. Gorillas are fast, nigga. Let's see what a gorilla looks like rushing.
A Russian gorilla?
Let's see. Gorilla rushing.
Oh my gosh.
Gorilla runs like humans. No, huge regular rushing towards sun. Rushing to the pub after work. Oh, look. Can we get some sound here?
I don't hear nothing.
Alright, let's see what this nigga does. Oh, that's his pinga. Oh, that's a rope.
That's a rope, you
I
idiot.
thought it was his pingazo.
Yo.
Come on, you ape.
Do something. Get mad. Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go.
I mean, these guys gotta be young.
Yeah, they are young.
Because I'm watching them, whatever, and I'm like, I'll fuck them up.
You got this?
Oh no, he's just standing there. Damn, I want to see one rushing the glass. Hold on, you know what? I could show you a good one because I seen a video of it breaking glass. Let me see if I can say gorilla breaks glass. Gorilla breaks glass. There you go. So we can see
of protective glass. You can hear that react.
Shh! Don't talk. Nobody cares. Look.
Nah, bro. We out.
First of all, the niggas that are in front of the gorilla, done. The first 5 guys is done. First, hold on, I gotta, just because I saw it. That's what maybe left the most is the reflection of the glass when the gorilla does it. Let's see if I can pause it. It's a horror.
Oh, the girl's face.
Look at this
Look
guy.
at the guy. Yo, we out. Everybody out.
Run. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you figure if he did that again, the glass would break, right?
Toma. Hell yeah, I'm out. All right.
Yeah, so the
First
first
5 guys, maybe
gone.
even 10, done.
Shredded.
But then you have maybe like 20 that are like, no, fuck this. I'm out. They're scraping at the walls trying to get out. Oh, get out of
They
here.
became gorillas.
And they're scaring other guys because they're freaking out. The other niggas are like, oh shit, is he right? What are we going to do? The gorillas, you ever seen their teeth?
Yeah.
Ripping apart, biting people. They're hitting people. They're going flying. I mean,
Oh my
you know what I'm
gosh.
saying? Somebody tries to grab the gorilla. The gorilla fucking rips the guy's arm off even.
Oof, with
Gorillas
a
are
head.
strong. So the first sacrificial lambs, 5 guys, I say.
Unless they all rush together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Some of them are going to be pussies. They're not going to do it.
Right.
Well, you think of a perfect scenario. I'm trying to think of the average man.
You still got 100 people on the field?
Well, I mean, at this point, you got 95. Because the first 5 are dead. The bravest men. They might even be the bravest.
No, what I'm saying is that if they all agreed, ready on 3, on 3, we're going to run.
And I think that's the advantage that humans have. We can plan it. All right, look, this is what we got. We'll distract them in the front. You guys go around the back and fucking choke them out. I think that's your best bet for a gorilla. A couple guys grab the arms.
You don't think that if all the men on 3 like howl all together, the
Because the gorillas want to fight.
the gorillas want to go in?
There's the world they live in. They want to hear that scream. They want to scream back.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Start some shit.
We haven't been in that world.
We don't like
We
that.
see a person screaming on the freaking train. We're like, oh, I gotta get to the next car. I gotta get out of here. Right?
They have the open carts now. You seen that?
I haven't been in it yet.
And haven't been in it either. But there goes that theory.
I know, right? Somebody pissed on the train. It was over for us.
It's gonna.
Usually, if it was a homeless guy on the train, I was like, oh, great, I gotta go to the next car.
go to the next
That's
car.
over. It's the whole train now.
No.
One homeless guy could ruin the entire train.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, MC.
And then that smell's gonna linger in the whole train, even when he gets off.
Okay, so
right.
I think that if the 100 guys agreed and run in, even if 20 of them run the other way,
If they all rush them at once,
that one gorilla, because you're saying one gorilla, they got him.
They got him.
Still, you're gonna get the first 5 that are gonna
Some
get
guys
shredded.
are gonna grab. Yeah, the gorilla's gonna be biting one. He only bite one guy. He's biting one guy, the other one's grabbing the arm, pulling this arm. Somebody's jumping down, grabbing the gorilla's leg, just holding
And how
him.
do they kill him?
I think they have to choke him out. Somebody jumps on the gorilla's back, chokes him, and the gorilla doesn't have the mentality to know how to even get out of this maneuver.
Right.
He's just you're holding, you're not gonna get bitten. You're under his neck. You're just choking him.
Gosh.
The gorilla's probably gonna punch you a few times, but remember, there's people grabbing his arms too.
Holding it.
So I think even if you just weaken the gorilla, 100 men, once you get the gorilla down on the ground, we could just start jumping on it. It is over for that gorilla. Our punches might not do too much, but damn, if you get 6-7 guys to jump on a gorilla's back with all our weight.
Because I'm thinking, how do you end up killing it? Like, how do you finish him?
I think
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
you do. I think
because you're not doing this.
No,
You're not getting your heart.
Nah, you got to get on its
hands.
back. But eventually, let's say nobody.
I don't even think a chokehold is gonna do it. I think like a leg lock. Maybe there's enough space between your legs.
Like a figure four. What do you mean a leg lock?
Like, think about the look at that nigga's neck. You're getting an arm around that nigga's neck. Are you stupid?
No, I think a lot of this is just straight fur. I'm sure his neck is pretty normal like ours. It's just puffy fur.
That is a sleep apnea neck.
Even if I was able, look how much space you got there.
I don't think it's
even if I was
barely able to. If you do a leg lock
around his head,
head,
you have to get somebody to do that.
Oh my gosh!
But like, even if we couldn't do that, let's say, right?
Okay.
Again, our stamina is way longer than a gorilla. Right? Let's just confirm this information here.
Let's do it.
Gorilla stamina.
Oh.
Gorilla are known for their incredible strength, but they are not endurance athletes like humans.
Ooh.
Their muscle composition is geared towards short, explosive bursts of power, making them powerful one-time effort, but less suited for prolonged activity. So I think that if you just let the gorilla go crazy, even if he doesn't even catch anybody, we're kind of just in a circle around him, like mocking him, and he's just like swinging his arms. Eventually, he's going to wear himself out, and that's when we can start creeping in.
Listen to this. While gorillas are incredibly strong and fast, their speeds are typically measured over short distances. They can reach speeds of 20 to 25 miles per hour, according to the African safaris. But they would likely lose that speed quickly if they're running longer distance.
Yeah, because they run like freaking idiots. Let's see, gorilla running. Let's see what the hell they look like. Gorilla running like a human. I want to see a gorilla in the wild. No, see, hold on. Gorilla running in the wild. Again, same freaking videos, all zoo stuff. 5 hours with another gorilla.
Ooh, right there. That looks crazy. The Congo.
Look at him.
Bro, you're not getting your arm around that neck, bro. That's not even a neck.
Hold on.
What is that?
Look at the way his arms are. They kind of like bent in. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're hyperextended inwards. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're not straight. They're kind of like bent.
Bow-legged.
And does that remind you of fat people when fat people stand? You ever seen a fat person? You ever seen fat people legs? Like when they're real fat, their legs kind of like bend in.
The pressure.
Yeah. Let's see. Ay, Dios. Bro, we're taking this gorilla out. Look at it. I mean, it looks scary a little bit, but 100 guys?
I just don't think. Go back for a second. I don't think you're putting your arms around that neck, bro. Watch when he runs. On the end, towards the end, watch. Nah, homie. That shit is huge.
Nah, we're getting in there. Hold on, let's see.
That shit is
hairless gorilla.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
I know the chimp, but I want to see the gorilla. I know about the chimp. I want to see a hairless gorilla. Chimps don't count because they're very human-like. You ever seen this guy?
What the hell? That's wild.
Imagine you saw that in the woods, the jungle.
Hold on a second.
Man, first of all, look at his butthole. Jeez. Look at him. My nigga's brolic, bro. Look at those muscles. The definition. Look at those balls. Jesus. Diablo. Look at them things.
They're definitely procreating. You're getting at least 8 ounces.
See the way he's hopping over the grass? He doesn't like it touching his balls. Oh, shit. No dick. Jesus. Come on, buddy. Huge nipples, too.
You're looking at all the sensitive parts.
Yeah. But look at the muscles, though. So, I mean, this is a chimp. So imagine what a gorilla looks like under the muscle, under the fur.
What's the average width of a full-grown gorilla's neck?
That's good.
Here are some results from the web.
What are we looking at here?
It says from males can weigh between 140 to 275 kilograms.
What the fuck is that?
We don't know
What is that in
means.
American?
I don't know. Guys' dimensions as silverbacks are measured in 1966 and 1971. He weighed 520 pounds.
And that's muscle.
That's 240 kilograms. So 275, it could get, I'm assuming, almost at least 550. He was 5 feet tall, 4 inches, and had an arm span of 9 feet. His upper arm had the circumference of 23 inches. His thighs 28 inches. His neck 36 inches.
36 inches. Around?
Yeah, the circumference of his neck.
How big is that?
I mean, your waist 36.
Oh, you're right. I could choke a gorilla out.
You got 36 inches?
I have 36. Yeah, exactly 36, actually. And I think that if I was standing up, I'd be able to grab around my entire waist. I think I could do it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I mean, so who thinks that the gorilla would win the 100 men?
First of all, look at this. That nigga is killing somebody. A few people are dying. There's sacrificial lambs. There's a few sacrificial lambs, bro. There's a few of them. I don't even know if there's a real picture. No, but still, even that's huge too. That opening, massive. That gorilla is chomping down on somebody. Again, he's biting one guy. One guy's Meanwhile, we're all grabbing his arms. Even if you gotta feel the 50-year-old guy just pulling hair, just reach in there, grab hair, and pull, just to hurt the gorilla somehow.
Who would you go for his balls?
Let's see.
Because here's what I'm thinking. Will it protect its
gorilla testicles? Let's see what it looks like. Images.
Oh my gosh!
That's a chimp though? These are chimps. That's a gorilla. That's a gorilla. I don't see nothing there, buddy.
The gorilla with the middle finger like that. You ain't see my genitals. F y'all faggots.
I don't know if you can even see them. I think they have really small testicles.
What I'm saying is that their instinct would be to attack whoever's attacking his balls.
I guess if you heard it, immediately he'll stop whatever he's doing and just reach for his balls. Are
they like us like that though?
I mean, pain is pain. Balls are sensitive no matter what you are.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Do you remember seeing the video of the lion chasing like a cow or a calf or a bull, and it rips the ball off?
Yeah. That's terrifying.
That's terrifying. Do you think the bull was worried about his balls at that moment?
The bull?
The bull, whatever the animal that was. You think it was like, hold on, my balls, and let me stop running and protect my balls?
No, but he's fighting for his life. He's trying to get away. This gorilla's not trying to get away. He's trying to fight. Let's see. That's not a gorilla. That's
hemorrhoids.
That's also vagina. That's not even. Oh, look at them. They play with their kids like we do.
You ever seen a gorilla? Like,
you think you could take out a dog? If a German Shepherd came at you, wanted to bite you,
a pit bull,
you think you could kill it?
You've seen attacks of dogs, pit bulls, whatever. And I always think to myself, when it has its jaw locked, like, how do you get out of that?
I know, that's the problem. This is how does it even? It depends on how it grabs you, right?
So
Because if it grabs my arm,
what's your plan?
I'm choking it out.
It's biting your arm, so you don't.
That's what I'm saying. It depends what position I'm in.
Right.
Yeah,
It's biting your leg.
it's dead. It's over.
It's
I wish it would bite my leg. If that's the best part for it to bite my leg, because then my hands are free and I could choke it out. I wouldn't even have to put my arms around. I can literally just grab it and force my thumbs in his throat until the blood stops going to his brain. He'll go to sleep.
Mine is to poke its eyes out in,
Oh, you could do that too. Or you could take that. I see video of people sticking their fingers up the dog's butt.
and that's
They
it.
let go right away. Yeah. Hey.
You
ever seen it?
Yeah, no, but I can imagine. Humans do that.
Hold on. Man puts finger up dog's butt in a fight. Let's go to video. Let's see the video. Roll the tape.
Rolling. Hopefully we don't get bad for this.
Oh, I can't make this bigger. Hold on.
Nah,
This
it's one of
Instagram
those.
whack. Let's go to a real website
Okay.
like Instagram again. Jesus.
Denied.
Is this Instagram? Instagram. YouTube. Okay, this is another.
Now be goddamn. Out of all the things you
All right, I'm not gonna listen to this guy. But look. Watch. Look. Thumb in the butt. The dog let go. See? The dog let go.
Wow.
Man, he's the in the gorilla fight. That guy is the sacrificial lamb. He's the one that's willing to do what it takes. Because nobody in the crowd thought, "Yo, let me jam my finger up this dog's butt."
Why he jabbed his thumb like 3 times.
The dog was like, "Oh shit, the fuck!" That dog was like, "Done." That's the reset button. He's done. He forgot what he was doing.
That's a reset button. Word.
The dog completely forgot what was going on.
That's
Let's see another one in action.
scary.
Let's see. Look at this pendejo. Let
He's
me wet
watering
it.
him.
Let me wet it. Let's see what the hero does here. This guy. Look. Up the butt. Done.
No, he didn't get him. He didn't get him.
I gotta do it again. Give it another. Up the dog's butt. Let go. Reset.
Wow. Okay, I changed my answer.
Up the butt.
Up the butt. I never thought I would figure freaking.
Up the butt is the answer, guys. Jeez, this whole time.
Would that work for the gorilla?
That's
I think that might be a universal.
You're gonna have 100 guys in that field. There's at least gonna be one guy that's like,
I know what gets him.
I know how to do this, guys. Stand back. 100 guys, we're all trying something.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
With the dog, I thought that by just grabbing it by its head, like if it's biting me, even if it's my arm, I could drill my finger
At
into
least
its
one.
eyeball.
No, that's good. Yeah,
Because
one.
it's
Just
like,
grab it by the spoon.
Oh God, just thinking about that is crazy. But that has to work, right?
Yeah, that has to work.
That and the butthole.
That's both ends.
Whichever end you're closer to.
All right. So now, if the field had trees, I don't think that changed the situation.
Okay, if the field had trees.
The only thing I think that would do is prolong it, because if the gorilla climbs up the tree, he might be able to rest. Because we're looking at the tree like, I'm not gonna climb up there.
And whatever he jumps down and vangadang.
One guy.
Remember,
we have like 80 more left. We're down a few because that first fight.
That first fight killed a few.
80. We're just waiting there. Remember, we're longevity, so we want you to rest because we can rest more. We'll be in the fight forever.
If it couldn't bite you, like if they put a mouth thing on it,
It's dead. 100% dead. All it has is punches.
yeah.
Done.
Is he still killing the 5 guys?
I think a few people. Because remember, it's still going to hit. God knows what kind of concussion you're going to get. Brain damage. Because I'm
Does it have
positive.
enough strength to rip your head off?
I don't think it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't think it's that hard to rip somebody's head off.
What?
Yeah, for a gorilla? No, I don't think so. You think if you sat on somebody's shoulders and put your arm around their head and pulled up,
You're bugging.
you don't think you could rip their head off?
Nope.
I think you could.
I think that you're full of your gym workout.
No, I think you could. Think about it. We do it with meat all the time, with chicken.
But
Easily.
think about a chicken, bro. Exactly that.
Oh, let's see how much force it takes to rip a head off. Jesus. Your search.
My Google's gonna report me. Watch.
Yeah. I lost it.
No, it's there. You're just going crazy.
All right.
How much force would it take to remove a human's head?
How much force does it take to pull off a human head off its body? Uh-oh.
Wow. It was like, nope.
How much human force does it take? Jesus Christ. How much force does it take to rip a head off a human body? And we're not going to go there. Actually, you know what? Reddit always has somebody on Reddit's like, hey, I got an answer for that. How much force does it take to rip seriously for a fantasy book? Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Can you zoom in? I can't read that. It says in about 500 kilos. If I could lift 500 kilos, how hard would it be? Oh, all right.
So, man.
The author is the most... and built like a strong man. Let's go here. Oh, that's good. I'm being nitpicky. Doesn't measure force. If I'm definitely not an expert according to mechanical properties, ligaments, tendons, blah blah blah. Since you only need to apply force. So if anybody's correct me on the math, I've done interesting. Got to rip. I'm more interested. I'm more interested. Can a guy rip B's head off? I don't know what the fuck that means.
Because the guy, look, go back up. The guy did like a whole equation, I think. Oh no, B's not in there. What's the deviant art?
That's a website. It's a graphic designer website. It's probably a picture. See?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay, that wasn't an answer. How much power does it take to rip an arm, leg, or head off?
That's my
normal human for pretty possible. You need a sword or something. Even with that, might be able to rip.
How much strength does it take to decapitate a human?
I found these results.
Probably like 20. Somebody said probably like 20.
Like 20
It
pounds?
would depend on the angle. Yeah, because look, think about this, right? When people were hung, guillotine, right? Sometimes they would hang them. Actually, no. The intention was to hang them to rip their head off, to disconnect it from their body, not to choke them out. That's why they put the noose on the side of their head, so you can pull it and pop it.
Well, okay. First of all, if you hang somebody, their head doesn't come off.
No, it stays on.
Why?
Because
How much weight is that?
their skin.
Because their skin.
No, the skin holds it.
Okay, so all right. So how much do you weigh?
200.
200. So that means that how much is your head?
I don't know, 8 pounds.
That means that on your neck there's 192 pounds. 192 pounds, and your head is not coming off.
No, but if you drop me from a distance, not even
now
that
you're
much of a
adding
distance.
gravity. Now you're
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
G-force.
That's the force I'm giving it. I'm not pulling at 100 pounds. That's nothing. Think about that's like lifting up another person.
I just want to make this clear. You're saying that you think you could just rip a head off like that?
No, it's not that easy. You gotta pull it. I think you have to twist it and pull to pull it sideways. And I think you could pop it off the neck, and then now it's just a matter of increasing your force and ripping the skin. I think somebody could do it.
It take
What a question.
to cap.
How much force does it take to pull off a head? This is the same question again.
Yep.
Find historical
Google's like, I'm not
examples,
answering this question.
Calculate force, yeah. Highly doubt anyone knows the exact number. My experience, though, is quite a lot. Separating the vertebrae column is nearly impossible to do by hand without cutting some of the ligaments that bind them.
This makes sense.
Somebody's like, what experience do you have with head removal?
Someone posted that video from Invincible.
No, yeah. But I think there's a thing. I think people are thinking this. Pull. That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying
break the bone.
Twist.
Because how far can you turn your head? If I turn it further than that, eventually the bone's going to break.
Right.
So if I give it most of my force to that part, click, now it's just a matter of ripping your skin off. I'm not trying to rip off the bone. I'm trying to snap the bone first and then rip up.
But aren't there muscles, tissue,
and I think you can rip right through all that.
Pull your neck. Nah.
But it's attached to a bone, so I can't. That's a bad example. You know what's a good example?
What?
When you're cooking chicken, see if you can rip the skin apart.
Yeah, but that skin is in our skin, right?
I mean, how thin is our skin right here? As thin as a chicken skin. How thin is this skin? It's like nothing.
so
right? Most of it is meat. I mean, bone. And then there's like, in the middle is empty, right? Because you got the holes to swallow.
The holes to swallow.
Right? How much is really here? Most of this is muscle. Right? Holding your head up.
It's the spine.
That's it. Once you snap that spine, it's just a matter of pulling now.
And you would feel it.
It'll be so hard. You would have to you have to grab his chin with this hand and pull as much as you can. I think that's the hardest part. I think that's the hardest part. Just like and then pull.
Well, this scenario must have played out in our history.
I wish there was. I wish I could see it. I want to see it happen.
Well, I'm talking about the gorilla scene, right? As cavemen.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
we had tools.
Yeah, we had tools, probably swords, and we probably scared it away more than fighting it
with fire and shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Who's arguing for the gorilla though?
So many people are saying there's no way a gorilla can. I've seen videos of like, wait, what is it called? When they do emulation, 100 men versus gorilla emulation. Ovulation.
The gorilla's gonna get pregnant by 100 men. You still having an ovulation?
I know. What? But I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for simulation.
Let's see.
Oh, there's a video that somebody made. Oh, this one right here.
Oh yeah.
Look. The people are saying there's no way people are gonna win. Look at this. And I'm like, by this point, the gorilla's tired. The gorilla's tired now. And you have all these guys in the background that haven't even done anything yet. They're full of energy. The gorilla's tired right now. He's done. The gorilla's out of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's over for that gorilla now. First of all, and then also these guys are fighting hand to hand. They're not fighting like a person would fight.
They're not coordinated.
They're not coordinated. Look, they're doing stupid moves. They're doing like fight karate moves. Look at this.
They're fighting each other. You saw that?
Look at that whole other group. Nobody's grabbing behind the gorilla. They're just trying to punch it with these weird punching down motions. This is a bad example.
It is.
And people are like, oh, there's no way the gorilla's gonna lose. And look, let's see.
Rip people in half, and they weigh 480 pounds. They can lift 4,000 pounds.
One silverback gorilla can lift 4,000 pounds, yeah. But if each man weighs about 180, 180 times 100 is 18,000.
A gorilla can literally rip you in half. Why does the total body weight of 100 men matter?
Because if the silverback gorilla can only lift it for one rep,
4,000
it would tire itself out before it could even get to the rest of the...
He's right. The logic doesn't make sense. When people are fighting for the gorilla, I'm like,
debating 100 grown men versus a silverback gorilla. I think it for sure depends on the type of human. Are we talking like 100 cloaksies? If we're taking 100 average humans, we're dead. We picking our 100 best?
That's another thing. See? 100 average done. No, I don't think so. Even if you take a bunch of 50-year-old men, I think you're good. It's going to take longer. It's going to be harder, but you got this.
Yeah, there'll be more death for the humans.
Not to mention people like this exist. If you get 4 of these guys in a 100 group, it's over for that gorilla.
Yeah.
While we're grabbing his arm, this guy's wailing on it. Don't. The girl's like, what the fuck? I never encountered this in the wild.
And you don't necessarily have to kill it. I mean, you could beat it to death, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You could beat the sucker to like destruction. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, hell
We
yeah.
got to throw John Jones in there. Here's the thing. Human beings are so much smarter, man. Now, assuming that these are the biggest, baddest humans in the
Throw this
world,
guy in there.
the plan and the strategy should be to make a big circle around that motherfucker. Just with it, man, until it gets tired, until we break him down. And then we just all pile on and beat the fuck out of him. What B is like, he actually grabs a homie. And it's like, ah! And we all...
That was a good example. Oh, yeah, he's right. You heard what he said? Hold on.
It's like, ah! And we all just go. And if 100 motherfuckers are locked in on the same page and they ape the ape, I can't see how they don't come out with a win. You guys think it's King Kongers? It's got eyeballs. It's got like thin skin and it's not a goddamn hippopotamus. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people dead, bro. But that monkey's going down, man.
He's right. I think the debate's over.
Yeah, they got to come up with a new one. We need entertainment as men to keep us.
This, I like it. Because now, guess what I'm going to talk about tonight? Talk about this. I'm going to ask you, you think you can take out a gorilla? How many of us you think can take out a gorilla? What's the minimum number?
I think 50 does it.
I think 50 does it, yeah.
Because like the other guy was saying, the black guy was saying, if an average male is 180 pounds, that's at least 100 pounds each dude.
Yeah.
If you got 40 of them, what is that? It's a lot of fucking weight.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You think 100 men could take out a gorilla?
Or one gorilla could take out 100 men.
Comment down below. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.